What's good, gang? What's good, gang? What's good, gang? It's me, your boy, Fanilakhe Mamba. As you already know, guys, I'm back again with another YouTube video. I hope you guys are gonna enjoy it. So today I'm gonna be doing a little bit of like market breakdown, so that you guys can have an overview as to what am I looking out for this coming week, and how can we capitalize on those kind of moves that we're looking out for. So before we head into this video, guys, please make sure that you like this video, you click on the subscribe button, and you drop a comment as well, so that I can see where I can improve as a trader in terms of like these videos, how can I improve them, and where can maybe be more effective to you guys, what can I be talking about, such things, guys. So make sure, guys, that you drop those positive comments on the video, so that even me, I'm gonna be encouraged to continue shooting these videos. So today's video, guys, as I did say, did mention, it's about market breakdown. So I'm gonna be going through, or I'm gonna be going over three pairs. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, because we have index here, which is USDT. We're gonna be going through USDT, and then we're gonna be going through Euro USD, and we're gonna be going through to our last pair, which is pound dollar. I mean pound yen, pound Japanese yen. So these are three pairs that we're gonna be going through. So I hope you guys are gonna be enjoying. So the reason I didn't do pound dollar, guys, is because of they are correlating with euro dollar. Yeah, so if you have analysis on pound dollar, on euro dollar, I mean, then definitely pound dollar as well gonna be more of like the same, because they have the same I mean, not base, but is it codes, or I'm trying to refresh my mind, because we have codes, and we have base and codes, or codes. Yeah, ish, guys, it's been a while since I went through over these things. So this is our base current, oh, this is our base currents, and then this is our codes currents. Yeah, it's been a while since I went through these things. Yeah, and I have to go back to our basics. But most important thing, guys, we have to understand the flow of the market. As you can see here, let me just grab my tool here. So you can see, guys, starting from here, looking at, because of I'm an intraday trader, I'm not going to be going through so much data, like going back so much back in time. But one thing that we can actually look at for, guys, here you can clearly see that we had this ascending type of structure, which is like sort of like a rising wedge. As you can see, we do have this nice rising wedge here, and then this alone, guys, is an indication of what, of reversal, possible reversal, not necessarily to say 100%, but this is an indication of what, of that we might experience a possible reversal of this move. So we have a nice rising wedge here, and then we see price breaking below these areas, and then pulling back for a nice retest here on our bigger time frame, nice retest, and then started to see price doing what, forming some sort of like a continuation pattern before eventually bleeding to the downside. So now, going forward, guys, as you can see, I've just highlighted this, that now we are some sort of like in a bearish order flow, as you can see, starting from here, pushed all the way to the downside. And one thing that you can literally notice now, guys, is that here we have price breaking below these areas here. So what we have here, we have break of structure, we have break of structure to the downside, as you can see. So when we have break of structure, guys, here we left something super nice and beautiful here. Let me just grab, I'm looking for these two. I'm not sure where is this roller. I'm looking for this roller. Okay, but it's fine, it doesn't matter. So here, guys, as you can see, we have this inefficiency here. Price hasn't filled this gap here, so you can see that most likely we're going to be coming back to fill this gap here in this area here, which is we have our fair value gap. And then here what we have this doji candlestick, which represent indecisiveness between buyers and sellers. which represent indecisiveness between buyers and sellers. So you can see that price eventually started to do what? To bleed to the downside. So now what I'm gonna be looking out for, guys, I'm gonna be looking out for price to kind of like give me that bullish order flow, and then I'm gonna be looking for buying opportunities to these areas before maybe we can continue pushing where to the downside. Because if I can just maybe go to my daily time frame and remove everything here. I'm trying to remove everything here. There's this app, guys. It's kind of new. This app I'm using to record with, so kind of like confusing. I'm not using Zoom, so yeah. You can see, guys, that on our daily time frame we did have market breaking above these areas here. You can see super nice and simple. After this nice deep pullback, and we saw price pushing to the downside, and we started to see that bullish order flow, and then we see price pushing to the downside now. So probably we might be looking to come to fill these kind of areas here to the downside before we can eventually continue with that bullish order flow, as you can see. So we might be looking for like longer term perspective. We might be looking for price to come to these areas to fill these areas before pushing to the downside. But then again, before you can push to the downside, you can still come tap you can still come tap into these areas, guys, because you can see that we have a nice area of interest here. So you can still see price doing what? You can still see price pushing to these areas before pushing here, and then eventually continuing with that bullish momentum to the downside. Longer term, this is how I'm looking to capitalize on this position. But going back to our H1 time frame, guys, I've literally refined this whole zone here on our smaller time frame. So this is what I'm basically looking out for price to come to. I'm looking for price to come into these areas. Once price to pull back into these areas, then I'm going to be looking for what? I'm going to be looking for selling opportunities. As you can see, guys, that we do have nice break of structure to the downside here. So this is a nice bearish order flow to the downside. But then again, guys, this doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to be looking for sales only. I'm still going to be looking for buying opportunities to this area of interest before entering those selling opportunities. So that's basically what I'm looking out for on USDT. And then going to Euro USD. Going to Euro USD, guys. Okay, this is kind of like the last time I think I did a video. I think the last time I did a video, I didn't raise anything here. All right, guys. So look at euro dollar on our H1 time frame. Let's just drop into our daily time frame to look at the overview of longer term perspective. Let me just erase everything. Long-term perspective. As you can see, guys, long-term perspective on our euro dollar, we are very much bearish. I think we haven't been bearish for so long. We haven't reached these areas like 99085, like I think 2002, since 2002. I think since 2002. Let me just confirm. Yeah, around October 2002. We haven't been this low ever since October 2002. So you can see that we are really pushing to the downside. The order flow on euro dollar is super nicely bearish here. So just to zoom out a bit. So here, guys, on euro dollar, one thing that you can literally notice as well is that we just literally broke below these areas. Not necessarily broke. Let me just confirm here. Yeah, we just literally broke these areas, guys, here. So after this broke of these areas, we do have kind of like few interest areas that we might be looking to enter our short position, continuing with bearish order flow. So you can be looking at these areas, guys, here as our first area to look forward for shorting opportunities. And then again, guys, we're gonna be looking for these areas for continually shooting to the downside. One thing I like about this area the most is that we are currently gonna be trading at a premium area. If I can just put the premium and discount, so you can see that we have premium area, we have a discount. Even this area, guys, is around this premium area as well. If you can just see, it's around premium area, but most likely I'm gonna be more comfortable taking this sell at these areas compared to these areas. But then again, I'm still gonna be taking 1% on this position if it does present me with all the criteria that I'm looking for before executing a position. So as you can clearly see, this is basically what I'm looking out for, guys, here on euro dollar. I'm looking for let me just go to my H1 time frame. I'm looking for price, guys, to come into these areas, fill this area here, because one thing that we can literally notice as well here is that, guys, we do have this liquidity that is just above these areas. So I'm looking for price to literally come to this area, take out this liquidity, and then give me that confirmation to continue to the downside. If not so, then price is going to be most likely to be attracted to these areas for continuation to the downside. So that's basically what I'm going to be looking at for here on euro dollar. Pretty much simple, guys. As you can see, we do have kind of like a lot of inefficiency here. Price hasn't filled this inefficiency, and that's another reason for us to be looking forward for price to pull back to these areas, because if you can see, we have unmitigated areas here, we have liquidity here, and then we have fair value gap as well. So that's another reason that we might be looking forward for price to be magneted to these areas before continuing with that bearish order flow, unless otherwise price give us reasons to start to looking for buying opportunities. Once it does break above these areas, then let me just go back to my daily time frame. If price can happen to break above these areas, then we might be having that change of like buyers maybe looking for longer term price to come and take out, because there's a lot of like liquidity that reside above these areas here. As you do know, guys, that there are people who are entering shorting opportunities at these areas and they're still holding in profit, super nice, and price might come for those people here, and that might be just like a fast move that can happen. But for now, my bias is still bearish on on my bias is still bearish on pound, on euro pound, on euro dollar. I mean, my bias is still bearish. I don't know what's happening with my network. Alright, guys, sorry about that, guys. My network literally went off. I don't know what was happening, but it just went off. So yeah, basically that's basically what I was saying, guys, to you, that once price do happen to break above these areas, then that's the only reason, or that's the only criteria that can make me change my path from being bearish to literally being bullish. So yeah, guys, so now I'm gonna be moving to the last pair that we're gonna be going through, which is pound yen. So pound yen kind of like choppy now, kind of like a lot of choppiness, as you can see happening here, a lot of choppiness. So for now, I'm gonna be staying out of pound for now, because there's a lot of like undecisiveness in the market. Like you can see, price is literally pushing down. Yes, someone can say this is bearish order flow, but I'm literally not happy with so much candlestick wicks here. As you can see, we have so much big rejection weeks here. There's so much fake moves and stuff like that. So I'm gonna be staying out of pound yen for now, and yeah, I'm gonna be looking forward to trade it maybe in the next coming few weeks. But for now, I'm gonna be staying out. So my only interest areas is if pound yen do happen to break above these areas. If pound yen happen to break above these areas, probably giving me a clear structure, then that's when I'm going to be literally be interested to trade pound yen. And then again, another interest area for me is this area here. If pound yen happen to come into these areas after we do have a nice break of structure, uh, after we have a nice break of structure to these areas, I'd really like to see pound yen coming to these areas. Then that's when I'm gonna be like most likely be intrigued to enter this long position on pound yen. But for now, I'm not gonna be entering any position. There's so much weeks rejection and stuff like that, and so much manipulation. So if price does something like that, you don't wanna be that much involved in the market. You rather wait for market to like come to you, and then that's when you execute. So thank you so much, guys, for staying until the end of this video. It's me, your boy, Fanilakhe Mamba. I'm out of the building. Let there be peace in the Middle East with our brothers and sisters. Be safe. Please, guys, be sure to subscribe and like this YouTube video.